to anyone out there who wants to go fast.
I want to go fast. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So if you can't tell by the title and thumbnail of today's video, unfortunately we're not going to be working on the Mustang, but we are going to be working on some racing stuff. And since it's raining, we're not taking the Mustang, we are taking the truck. I know, boo, you suck. But I am going to be stopping by the auto parts store. I got to pick up something for Onyx. It's something he's needed for a while, and most of you guys know what it is, but probably be installing that in the next video. But yeah, let's get to the shop, get to working on these race cars. So we have made it to the shop, and currently we got a few things we got to do today. I'll show you what I've been doing to mine. So on mine, I've been doing some wiring. If you can't tell, I got some wires just like hanging out right here. I've been doing some rewiring on mine, taking and cleaning up the engine bay area really good. I need to get the pressure washer out and pressure wash the car, but I really don't have anything to push the car outside with and then push it back in. I guess I could use Dad's probably lawnmower, because the car doesn't weigh anything right now with the motor and transmission out. We also got the engine back just like a couple weeks ago from Barbary Race Engines. We sent it off to have it refreshed, new bearings, pretty much everything refreshed in it, because it was really tore up by the end of the year. The last race it actually dropped 2 valves on the #1 cylinder, and if you guys want to see some carnage, I'll show it to you. All right guys, so check this out. This is the valves from the #1 cylinder. I have no clue how this did not break off and just fall down in the cylinder. That of course is the intake valve, bigger. And then the exhaust valve, same way. Like, look at how bent that is. How did they not break off? I just don't understand. I actually ran the engine like this for the last 15 laps and I still finished 4th. I was actually running 2nd at the time, but it was like, I don't know, 15, 18 maybe to go. There was a caution come out, and right before the caution come out, the car started, it fell on its face, and I felt it start skipping, you know, sputtering, running really bad. And I figured maybe a plug wire or something just come off, but that was not the case. But it was championship night, and I had to finish that race to finish 4th for the year in the points race. So anyways, finished the race, and we finished 4th, so we did pretty good, even down 1 cylinder. And also the camshaft here. Let's see, there's one of these cam lobes that's really bad right here. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Check that out, guys. It already started to wipe the lobe on one of the cams. That's pretty bad. It actually sort of shortened it down too, rubbed it flat. Then there's another one that's got some, right there, you can tell it started to like peel the camshaft apart. That's what it looks like. It looks like it almost started to peel the metal off, like you'd peel an apple or something. And there's a few of them that's like that down through there, but yeah, definitely no good. And there's also one piston that's actually busted that I know of, but you see that crack right there? Cracked all the way down to the wrist pin. And there was actually like 2 or 3 rods that were twisted. Like, they're not really bent, but they're actually, you know, twisted, which is really weird. That one right there is one of them. I know you can't really tell from the camera. I'm looking through the camera screen right now. You can't really tell, but in person, you can definitely see that one's twisted a little bit up at the top. It's actually a piston right here where the valves fell down and started beating the crap out of the piston. So yeah, definitely some carnage there, but I was surprised it actually lasted for 15 laps. That was amazing. All right, so getting into what I gotta do today, I actually gotta get the engine out of this truck. It needs to be refreshened up. We took and drained the oil out of it the last race we ran and was gonna do an oil change, and there was a bunch of metal actually on the magnet on the drain plug. So that's not good. So we're sending that one off to get rebuilt. This engine's fine, doesn't have very many races on it. But in the last race, we did actually get into a bump up, and I gotta replace this fender or quarter panel. It's actually busted there and there. So we're gonna put a new quarter panel on it. I gotta get it drilled off. It's almost all the way off, but Dad, he just had back surgery, so he couldn't get up in there to some rivets that are up in there. But anyways, let's get to work and see if we can't get this stuff apart. Oh look, a souvenir. Actually got a bunch of wall hangers around this place. Yep, a couple here. It could be another one. I will say most of the time we only hang up stuff that we do good with, like body panels that won championships or won a bunch of races. Last year wasn't so much. All right guys, so first thing to do whenever taking an engine out of one of these cars is, what I always like to do is take the shifter out first. next thing I like to do is drain the transmission fluid and pull the drop shaft. That's if I can get this broke loose. These things usually tighten up on their own. Next on the list is to take the exhaust loose. And honestly, what I'm gonna try to do is try to leave the rest of the exhaust hanging there and just pull the headers out. That way I don't have to take as much stuff loose. So we'll see how that goes. All right, now that we got the headers out, we're taking and pulling the accessories off. Got Mike up here helping me out. So I gotta take off pretty much the top stuff, the carburetor, the intake and stuff to stay there. But the only thing really that I do have to take apart is the carburetor, so I can get the carburetor plate on it. So we'll get to that and pick the video up here in a minute. Alright, so we pretty much got all the stuff loose except for the radiator's got to come out, the radiator hose. I got to get the starter wire loose from down there, but everything else on the top should be good. Got all the oil pressure gauge lines off, the alternator wire and the distributor wires unplugged, so that should be good there. Really the only thing left is probably maybe a ground wire or two, and we should be able to get this thing out. All right, so we got the engine and transmission out. We'd take them out all together at one time. It's just easier that way. This one's actually a pretty tight fit coming out. I know you probably couldn't tell because I was time-lapsing it, but the only thing we're probably gonna try to do today is also get this car, my car, outside and try to get it all pressure washed off because it's pretty dirty. Other than that, that'll probably be it for all the stuff that I gotta do today. So I'm gonna try something right here. I'm gonna try to put the GoPro on the pressure washer. That way I can get you guys some satisfying footage. So that looks a lot better than what it did. It's not perfect by any means because the chassis paint's kind of flaking off in some spots. The car's pretty old actually. It's not a new car by any means, so the powder coat's pretty much peeling off in some spots, rubbed off in some spots, faded off in some spots. But I'd really love to have a brand new car, but I gotta work with what I gotta work with, so this is what I got for right now. But the thing does look a lot better. So with all that being said, guys, that's probably gonna do it for this video. There is gonna be a lot more racing content coming to the channel because it is the off season. It's pretty much the rebuild season. As you can tell with all the work we've been doing to the cars today. I got a lot done, which is really good, but still got a long way to go. I gotta do a lot of body work to this thing, putting new panels and stuff on it like that. And I gotta get the engine in, I gotta get it rewired. Got a lot of stuff I gotta do, but yes, guys, definitely be prepared for more racing videos, more racing content. I'm gonna try to get more F100 content on here as well. That way I got a good plethora of videos that I can film for you guys. That's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to drop a thumbs up on this video. It really helps get the videos through the YouTube algorithms. Also, if it's your first time viewing my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below this video as well. Turn on that notification bell. That way you can stay up to date with all the videos that'll be coming out. But until next time, we'll see you later.